All right, well, good morning. Welcome to another Thursday morning webinar. I'm your host, Keith Flynn. I'm the Director of Digital Marketing here at West USA Realty. Really excited to have you guys on this morning. This is pre-recorded, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns after the webinar this morning, you can email me. I'm Keith, Keith, at westusa.com. Always happy to answer any questions you may have. Feel free to shoot me an email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, so we're going to rock and roll. As you guys know, we're doing 7 tips that pretty much every real estate agent should know. Um, Hopefully just some refreshers, some things to keep in mind as you are, engaging with your audience and using social media to build an online presence for you and your business as a real estate agent. Just good reminders. It's a ever-changing landscape when it comes to, not only real estate, but also the online digital advertising world. And so we like to do our best to keep you guys abreast of what's happening. We'll go through some suggestions, tips, ideas for you, and hope that you can implement those into your marketing needs. So first and foremost, like we always do, we'd like to say thank you to our sponsors. Our vendors are awesome and amazing and support you guys in everything that you do. First off, with Jill St. Croix from Great American Title Agency. Jill's a great wealth of knowledge, and they do a lot of content creation to help out real estate agents when it comes to pushing out information in regards to title and just any general information with real estate in hand. Also, then too, we have Bree Anspach. Anspach, I always mess this one up. Bree, I love you. Sorry about that. The Robert Comer Group. Bree is also another wealth of information. They have their thumb on the pulse of what's happening in the mortgage and loan industry. So if you have any questions at all, I'd love to reach out to her. I know they're expanding greatly, not only in this state, but others. And so lots of knowledge backing there for their growth. And then, of course, my two Shelleys over at OneGuard Home Warranty, awesome home warranty company. Cannot say enough nice things about the level of support that they provide for anyone who's interested in getting a home warranty. A great idea for you guys, a closing gift would be to provide your new homeowner with a home warranty, a 1-year home warranty from you as an agent. Reach out to either Shelley there, whether you're on the east side or west side, and I'm sure they'll be able to hook you up and take care of you with any and all questions you may have. All right, let's get rocking and rolling, you guys. Get this show going and keep it short and sweet for you. So when it comes to social media, tip number 1 for you guys, the basics. And I'm going to go through Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn real quick here. But so there's a 3-parter to this number 1. First off, Facebook for real estate, still one of the largest, most visited social media platforms. Tends to trend with an older demographic. After 28, we have a drop-off with your audience being on Facebook. So, but if you're looking for, aging millennials, empty nesters, Facebook is a great place, still a great place to be, and highly recommend that everyone have a Facebook business page on there. One of the most important tips for you guys there is post with video and images. They perform the best. We are looking for people to stop scrolling with their thumb, and we call that thumb stopping content. So, for you guys being in the real estate industry, it's very visual. First impressions are everything, and you guys know that. And so Facebook's a good marry because it is a highly visual platform. And so videos and high-res images are going to complement not only your listing, but you showcasing neighborhoods, you showcasing yourself, your personality. The Facebook algorithm favors posts that get a lot of engagement. So the goal here is we want to create content that people want to stop and engage with. So that's why I highly recommend asking questions, dive into those comments, push your local content. When I say local, it's your local neighborhood, zip code, area, subdivision, whatever it is that you want to focus about a neighborhood, dive deep into there and extract a lot of great content from that area, that neighborhood, and post savable content. So when we say savable, something that may be evergreen, like getting pre-qualified for a home or, staging your house for your photo shoot. The things that you need to do to a home that whether you tell your buyer or seller today or a week or a year from now, the content's not going to change. It's evergreen. And so empowering your audience on how to do something, on tactics, strategies that will get them to save it, and encourage them to save it in your copy. or in your video. Hey, save this video so that when you're ready to buy or sell, you can reference back this this tip I'm sharing with you, and then that way you'll be able to move forward and be a more knowledgeable buyer and seller. Number one, again, part two here, basics for Instagram for real estate. Now, Instagram is quickly becoming one of the most popular social media platforms. It is skyrocketing because of all the different things that you can do, all the different tools you can use on Instagram. And so every post that you post needs to be very visual and compelling. Again, same premise with Facebook, but it is shown that with Instagram, a lot of your users are millennials, and they are highly influenced by the content and the influencers that they see on Instagram. And so they tend to want to connect with the brand before using or buying a service. And so this is an awesome opportunity for you guys to also use Instagram to get your content out there with those or that demographic. And as we guys know, our millennials are our largest first-time home buyers, and they've shown to be more affluent, educated, and higher income earners. So that's a great qualified candidate, or a qualified candidate, a qualified buyer. And we definitely want to make sure we're there on both spaces. And don't forget, Instagram is owned by Facebook, or now by Meta. So Meta owns Facebook and Instagram. The two work well together, and they're doing a lot to bridge the two platforms and get a lot of crossover. So often you can double your results by one single effort. And the last one there, make sure you comment, like, and engage on other Instagram accounts. Again, the algorithm is not only watching what you put out there and how high value it is, but they're also watching the way you engage with other content, your audience members, your followers. If you're somebody who just posts and ghosts, then you're not going to get any favorable outcome with the algorithm, and they want to see that you're it's a two-way street, right? So what we're posting and what we're commenting on. So, there is a secret formula, but at the end of the day, what we want to focus on is not only putting out the great content, but then getting in, liking, sharing, commenting, and following new followers to build that audience. Then part three, last one there for LinkedIn, shifting gears completely. LinkedIn for real estate is a great tool for you guys, especially for commercial real estate. Still an underutilized platform for our commercial real estate agents, but update your personal profile. And if you're running your own business, we certainly want to list that in all of your accomplishments and everything that you've done to really showcase that you're a knowledgeable agent and one that can connect with decision makers, C-level folks. Anyone who's obviously looking to connect professionally. LinkedIn is a great platform to do so. Create a page for your real estate business as well. One of the cool things about it is you guys can create a business page on LinkedIn as well, and then use that platform in order to push out knowledgeable information about the real estate industry to really anchor in the fact that you are a neighborhood expert and a knowledgeable real estate agent. You can network with other real estate agents on there as well. Great way to build your network and connect with other agents. If they can bring you a buyer or a seller, that's awesome. And then connect with other brokerages. A lot of real estate brokerages have their business pages on there as well. So it's a great way to stay informed with what's happening in the real estate industry. And of course, also lastly, make sure you connect with your current clients. Before the contract is closed or before you come to the end, you capture that information. You should always be coming away with some type of data, whether, in the beginning, their phone number, email information, and then connect with their social media accounts so that you guys can stay top of mind with them and stay in front of them. So the next time that they have a need or they know someone who does, you will be the one they call. All right, number two, start your two-way conversations. 94% of millennial home buyers, largest first-time home buyers we mentioned earlier, take their search online. They are always quick to go online. The phone's always in their hand, like most of us, to do their homework and learn about, a product or a service. So constant in-your-face promotions, it has a minimal appeal for real estate or for millennials. They don't like to be sold. They like to connect and feel a connection with a brand or a product. Once they feel that connection, they feel good about making a buying decision. They are not influenced by traditional forms of advertising, so print media, TV commercials, radio spots, traditional outdoor advertising, billboards, bus stop terminals. they're not looking up at those things, they're looking down at their phone. So let's make sure that we're putting our content where their eyeballs are. Ask great questions and start a conversation. There's lots of tools that each one of the social media platforms allow you to perform or use. You can create polls, thought-provoking questions, favorite places to visit, best splash pads, best community pools, and engage people in conversation. At the end of the day, we're really working to build a relationship with these folks, because when they do have a need, you're going to be the one they think of. Walk everyone through the process. For even if someone has never been a buyer or maybe renting right now, you can do some quick videos on what the home buying and selling process entails. There is so many different aspects to it, and you can break that into little fun short form videos and get those into your archive, your tool belt of video and knowledge, and really build a lot of value and trust there. Create the bonds before they know that they have a need. That's the big one. Make sure to do that, because once that relationship's built, then it's that much easier when they're ready to rock and roll. All right, number 3 for you guys there: choose platforms wisely. When I say choose platforms wisely, we want to excuse me. Your platforms deserve the majority of your focus, right? Or which platforms, actually, I apologize. Which platforms deserve the majority of your focus? There's a lot of choices out there, and a lot of it depends on your audience. Where are they at? Reverse engineer where your audience is, and then that's where you should be. You want to focus on a few in the beginning, and for the best results, and don't feel like you need to be on every platform. If you were to ask me, hey, what are the top 3? I'd definitely say Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn right now. Those are staples. Those are ones that everyone knows and everyone's really been on and focused on. I don't know anybody who doesn't really, except for my mother, have an account on any of those. But at the end of the day, getting in touch with those who are affluent and on those platforms is important. And again, millennials on Instagram, Gen X, boomers are on Facebook. So again, where you want to be is important. Pinterest is another good one for your 40 plus as well. A lot of women on there as well who tend to be have the most decision-making power when it comes to buying a home. And so again, reverse engineer that, figure out where your audience is, and that's where you should be. All right, number 4. Number 4 there: post consistently and strategically, not constantly. Consistently. So I highly recommend you guys getting an editorial calendar. If it's just printing off a blank piece of paper from the internet that has the calendar days on there, and then choosing what days of the week you're going to put out what type of content. So maybe it's the first Monday of the month, you do a recap of the market stats for the previous month for that neighborhood or neighborhoods. At the end, once you start to adhere to a calendar, it's going to help you be consistent. And so social media for real estate strategies is a lot like a successful relationship, building strategy in a real life. You need to consistently contact and interact that will provide value and motivate people to keep you coming back. And then lastly, too, with that calendar, you'll able to schedule your posts out so you can meet with clients and work on open houses and attend closings and do all the other stuff that you need to do as a real estate agent. And as you're doing it, your scheduling is posting automatically to your social media. But don't forget, make sure you follow up with your content as it rolls out to see who's commented, who's liked, who's shared, and engage those people in a conversation. All right, number 4.2, frequency is one thing, but you must also consider the nature of the content itself. Most content breaks down into 3 different types. So number 1, time sensitive and promotional. These posts advertise new properties on market, open house, and your brand in general. We get it. You're an agent, open house, just listed, just sold. There is a life cycle of a listing for social media, under contract, in escrow, whatever you want to share. That's great. That's a lot of different content that you can get from one transaction. Evergreen content is, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, how to or informative. As I mentioned, content that's going to empower your audience. And this content answers questions, shares tips, finds alternative ways to provide value. And it's just a valuable, a year from now, than it is today. And so that's what we call evergreen content. Great strategy post for sure. And the last one there, fun and entertaining. This content might be not directly related to your real estate, but it's a great way to showcase your personality, who you are, your interests, your likes. Highly likely that the things that you're interested in, someone else is as well. And why not connect with those like-minded people? Again, to meet new people, build your audience, build your relationships, so the next time that they have a need, they think of you. All right, number 5. Excuse me for coughing. Apologize about that. Incorporate storytelling. Now, this is a challenge for a lot of people, but what better way for real estate agents to incorporate storytelling into your content? After all, you guys as agents, you hear stories all the time. Why people are moving, why they're moving out, why they're moving into state, where are they coming from, why are they, downsizing, what are the challenges that they're having, how are you going to help them overcome it? And there's no reason why you can't take these stories and incorporate into your content creation how you helped somebody get to where they needed to be or into a home. Every great real estate agent knows how to tell a compelling story, as I mentioned, including the storytelling element in the social media content when you create it. Talk about your neighborhood. Do more than share price and features. What is great about living here? Is the school highly rated? Are there restaurants within walking distance? Do they have an amazing community center, pool? What's differentiating that neighborhood from another, and use that in your storytelling. Include your client testimonials. Ask your clients several times, or at least 3 times throughout the contract. At the beginning, like, hey, at the end of this contract, I'm going to ask you guys if you wouldn't mind doing a review for me on Google My Business or Realtor.com or Homes.com, wherever you want to send them. But prep them along the way and let them know that you're going to include them in an email and ask for a testimonial, and that you can use that content in your content creation or that response. Share milestones. If you are hitting a 5 or 10 years as an agent, rebranding yourself, a new website, recent recognition, something about you. I know we're doing annual awards right now at West USA. And share that with your audience. Let them know that, not only are you a trusted agent, but you're recognized for the great work that you do. And they love to see that. It's a humble brag, but there's no reason why you can't do it, and use that as great content creation as well. All right, number 6. Use great on-brand visuals. Because of the visual nature of house shopping, it's easier than ever for people to go online and find examples of their dream home. So learn how to use Canva. And I teach this class. You can always visit us on our YouTube channel, West USA Inc., West USA. Just do a search, subscribe to our channel. You'll find my playlist with this particular webinar and all the others that we've done. I cover Canva and how to use it to really put your best foot forward and up your image game, your photography, and really put out some great content. Create collages. Those are really popular when it comes to either your Facebook cover photo or an Instagram collage, your carousel posts. Collages will get people to stop scrolling because there's multiple photos in one post. And when they do stop scrolling, the algorithm says, okay, they stopped scrolling on this piece of content and they looked at it for 3, 5, 10 seconds. That tells the algorithm this must be high value content, and you're going to be rewarded for that with more of a reach organically for a wider audience. As I mentioned, use carousel posts and Instagram. Same theory. Get them to stop, swipe left, 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 looking at your carousel post. Again, gaming the algorithm, and it's going to play to your favor. And then last one, consider using Pinterest. It's a super highly visual interest graph that people go onto. They create boards. You as an agent can create some awesome boards to showcase what you've done before and afters, advice that you've given on curb appeal, backyards, front entryways, and showcase a neighborhood. Again, all tied to you as an agent and branding yourself as a knowledgeable expert in the area. And number 7, last one there, remember your past clients, guys. This is the big one. We hear a lot of horror stories about how they ran into their old client and their client couldn't remember their name. And, they had a referral for them and they just couldn't remember who they were. Social media is a great tool for realtors to build relationships and land clients. But at the end, remember that you also need to stay in contact with those past clients and keep building that relationship. An incredible 70% of homeowners can't even remember their real estate agent's name 1 year after closing. And so Invite them to follow your business page, invite them to connect on LinkedIn, and keep serving them high value content. Release a steady stream of evergreen content, as we mentioned before in the previous slides, and design inspirations, checklists, preparing for winter and summer, remodeling, landscaping. What's one thing they can do to their house each and every year to increase the value? Again, continue to service your past clients as well, and become a connector. To go to the resource for all the things that are local, they should be coming to you. Jump into those closed groups. If someone's like, hey, I'm looking for a plumber, be the person who's got a plumber, be the person who's got a roofer, be the person who's got an electrician, be a connector, and you'll stay top of mind with those folks and build a great audience. And in the end, that'll get you a lot more leads and organic traffic to your business. All right, guys, that's it. That's a short and sweet one for you today. Let's get social. Here are where all the places I'm at. Flynn Media Group, West USA Realty, my Twitter account, Instagram, LinkedIn. Love to connect with you. And as I mentioned last one there, email me if you have any questions. Always available to help you guys out. And I want to thank you for your time today. We'll see you next Thursday. Have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.